Each year we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month to appreciate history, culture, and contributions of American citizens whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. Today we have two special presentations: a flag parade representing Spanish-speaking countries, and a musical duo who will entertain us with authentic Hispanic rhythms. Hola maestros, padres, visitas y estudiantes. Cada año nosotros celebramos el mes de la herencia hispana para recordar la historia, cultura y las contribuciones de los hispanos que vinieron de España, México, el Caribe y del Centro y Suramérica. Hoy tenemos dos presentaciones especiales: el desfile de las banderas representando a los países que hablan español y un dúo musical que los entretenga con música hispana. Que empiece el show. So let's begin the show.
musical journey through a whole different part of the world called Latin America. First and foremost, we want you to have a good time. So that means keep your hands together. There you go. And if you got a little shake, let me see some shake. Let me see some shake out there. There you go. Smile. Put your hands on your knees and be my drum. Be my drum. I see. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Miss Jillian, and this back here is Mr. Renee, and we are Havana Song. We're here to take you on a musical journey through a whole different part of the world called Latin America. Now, we all live in a big country called the United States of America. Everybody shout it out for me. Yes, and just like we live here, there are other people that live in other countries all around the world. Someone here raise their hand and tell me the name of another country around the world, right here. Puerto Rico, very good. Another one. France, excellent. How about you right there? China, very good. All right, I'm going to do one more right here. Mexico, very good. Now you can put your hands down. Now, just like every one of these countries has their own names, they also have their own languages. Most of the time here in the United States, we hear the English language, but there are other languages spoken like French, German, Italian, all of those different languages. Well, just like they all have their own names and they all have their own language, they also have their own music. Now, music is something that we all hear every day, but sometimes we don't think about what is music. Well, music is made up of two things, rhythm and melody. Rhythm is just a series of pulses, kind of like your heartbeat. Let's listen. Try it out. Very good. That is a simple rhythm. Now, melody is nothing more than a tune. And we hear melodies and tunes every day. But here is one melody I know each and every one of you hears at least once a year. That's the melody to what song? Happy birthday, that's right. Well, you take rhythm and you put it together with melody and you get music. Now, here in the United States, we listen to many different styles of music. Who here thinks they can raise their hand and tell me the name of a style of music? Listen to right here. Ballerina and classical music. Classical music, very good. Let's try another one. This young gentleman right over there. Yes. Minecraft music? I bet they have a lot of different, but there's going to be a style of music for video games soon. I know it's coming. Very good try. Let's try another one right here. Wait, I already called on you. Ready? Hip-hop. Very good. Excellent. Excellent hip-hop. This young lady right back here. Country music. Very good. Do we have one right here? Jazz, one of my favorites. Very good. You can go ahead and put your hands down. Now think about something. If we have all of these styles of music in the United States, jazz, country, hip-hop, gospel, rap, R&B, maybe, just maybe, all around the world they have just as many different styles of music. And that's why we're here. We're here to play for you some different styles of music that come from some different Spanish-speaking countries. So we're off to our first country, and the first country we're going to visit today is Cuba. Everybody say Cuba. Cuba! Very good. Now listen for the sounds of Cuba, and in particular, listen for the word Guantanamera, because we're going to sing it about 1 million times, and then all of you are going to sing along with us. So just go ahead and put your hands together. There you go. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Now, Cuba is a country very close to the United States. Let's go take a look on our map. Now, I know it's kind of hard for some of you to see, but right here, just south of Florida, where Mickey Mouse lives, is the island of Cuba. The capital city is called Havana. Go ahead and put your hands together. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Now, the song you're listening to is called Guantanamera, and it's about a country girl that lives in Cuba. In fact, this style of music is kind of like Cuban country music. The name of this style of music is son. Everyone say son. Very good. Now put your hands together and sway side to side. Guantanamera. Very good. Guantanamera. Guantanamera. Now, traditional styles of music use traditional instruments. And this funny looking thing right here comes from Cuba, and it's called a guiro. Everyone say guiro. Let's take a listen. Guantanamera. You can put your hands together again. Guantanamera. Guantanamera. Now, Mr. Renee is also playing a traditional Cuban instrument. Now this might look like a small guitar, but it isn't a guitar at all. The name of this instrument is the same as the number 3 in Spanish. Uno, dos, tres. That's right, it's called the tres. Let's take a listen to the tres. You've heard us sing it about 1,000,000 times. Now it's your turn. I know you all have loud, beautiful voices, so when I point at you, I want you all to sing out Guantanamera as loud as you can. So put your hands together and let's get ready to sing it out. Here we go, and yes, let's do it again. Guajira, Guajira. Oh, that was so good. Let's do it again. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Put your hands on your knees and be my drums again. Be my drums. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was excellent singing. Excellent. Okay. So we went to Cuba and we learned about son. It's time now for us to go on to another country, and we're going to move on to one of our closest neighbors. We're going to move on to Mexico. Everyone say Mexico. Very good. Let's go take a look on the map. Now, right here is the country of Mexico. The capital city is Mexico City, and there are about 100 million people that live in Mexico. Now, they have just as many different styles of music as we do. Remember, we have jazz, country, hip-hop, gospel. They have just as many. But we only have time to talk about one traditional style of music. So we're going to choose a style of music that's known in Mexico and here. The name of it is mariachi. Everyone say mariachi. Now, mariachi music is traditionally heard at special occasions like birthday parties, weddings, anniversaries, or maybe just at an everyday occasion like going out to eat. Now, one of the ways that you know that you're listening to a mariachi is if you see people walking around singing and playing trumpets, violins, and guitars, and they wear traditional outfits, which include beautiful, ornate jackets, long pants or a skirt if you're a woman, and a large Mexican hat or sombrero. Now this is called a charro hat. And we're going to go ahead and wear these so you can get an idea of what a mariachi might look like. Now, the song we're going to do for you is called La Cucaracha, which means the little cockroach. But listen to this. This song was traditionally used to tell the news. For hundreds of years before there was newspapers, they would keep the verses the same and change the chorus, and they would make everybody talk about things going on in their town, like who the president was or their mayor. They would get on their horse, sing the song, and that's how they would spread the news from town to town. So here we go, a song done in a style of music from Mexico called Mariachi, La Cucaracha. Everyone say La Cucaracha. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar porque le falta un tiene la patita principal. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar porque le falta un tiene la patita principal. Now listen to the violins, how they sing. Ya no puede caminar. You, come with me. I need some help. Ya no puede caminar. You're gonna play guitar. You're gonna play trumpet, and you're gonna play a trumpet too. You're gonna play guitar. Now, everyone here, pick up your trumpets and your violins. You pick up a violin. Pick up an instrument, everyone. Pick up a trumpet or a violin. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar porque le falta un tiene la patita principal. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar porque le falta un tiene la patita principal. Hey! A round of applause for your new mariachi band members. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Very good job. All right. That was very good. Thank you so much for helping us out. Now, that was just a few people that got up on stage. But if this had really been a mariachi, you may have seen as many as 25 or 30 people on stage, and everyone has to be able to sing and play an instrument. So again, one more round of applause for our gentlemen that helped us out. It's time for us to move on to our next country. Now the next one is a mouthful to say, but I'm sure you can all say it. We're going to go to La República Dominicana. That was actually very good. Let's try again a little bit more slowly and in English. The Dominican Republic. Very good. Let's take a look on our map. Now, right here is the Dominican Republic. Together with the country of Haiti, it forms an island in the Caribbean. Now, they have a style of music that's one of the fastest. And when you hear it played, you see and hear this instrument. This one is called a guira. Everyone say guira. Guira! Very similar to the guiro you saw from Cuba, but this one's made out of metal, so it's made for louder, faster rhythms. Now, the name of this style of music comes from a food. The food and the style of music are both called merengue. Everyone say merengue. Merengue, the food is kind of like an icing on a birthday cake. And when you make it, well, why don't we show you how you make it? To make merengue, you put egg whites and sugar in a bowl, and you start to mix. Slowly at first. Until you get merengue. Now that sound was really close to this sound, so they gave the name of merengue to the style of music. Now, I'm going to need everybody's help on this next song, because the name of it is El Baile del Perrito, which means the dance of the little dog. So believe it or not, I'm going to need everybody in here to bark like dogs. Go! Spanish. They speak Spanish. So they're going to say something that sounds a little bit more like this. How, 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 how. Here we go. When I point at you, I want to hear your dogs. Here we go. Now, just in case you couldn't tell, merengue isn't really sit-down kind of music. In fact, in the Dominican Republic, as soon as children learn how to walk, they learn how to dance merengue. So I am going to teach all of you how to dance merengue today. Now, it's very easy. If you think you don't know how to do it, I don't want to hear it. Because all you have to know how to do is count to 2. If you can count to 2, you can dance merengue. So if all of you can keep your hands to your sides, your faces front, and this is important, your mouths closed. I want everyone here to stand up, right in your spots. Stand up. Here we go. We're going to start with merengue. It's a march. 1, 2. March, march. Stomp your feet on the floor. Let me hear 1, 2. Very good. Now remember, I said that merengue is fast, so that means we need to pick up the pace a little bit. Are you ready? Here we go. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Shake, moves, tushy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready? Put your hands up high. Put your hands up high. Keep your feet in the air. Put your hands down low. Down low. Now, everybody, repeat after me. Are you ready? Squishy, 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 right into your spots. Make sure you make my aisle so I can get through. Squish in, squish in. You squish in too. You guys squish in. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Maybe let's sing. Oh yeah. You all got down more quickly and more quietly than any class I've had yet this year. Give yourselves a round of applause. Really good. Okay, listen up. We're going to go to the first country now that we've spoken about in an area called South America. We're going to go to Colombia. Everyone say Colombia. Let's take a look on the map. Up there is North America. All of this here is very good. And right here is Colombia. The capital city is Bogota. Now, they have a style of music in Colombia that originated up in the mountains. And up in the mountains, it's very what? Cold, right? So they use these. This is called a poncho. Everyone say poncho. Poncho. They use these hats. They're called sombrero volteado. have to try that one, but you did, and you did very well. And they use this instrument, which has one of the funniest names of all the hand percussion instruments I know. This is called a huacharaca. It's named after a bird that's called the huacharaca bird, and the bird sounds exactly like the instrument. Let's take a listen to the huacharaca. That's the huacharaca. And Mr. Rene is going to be playing the accordion, which is the European influence in Colombia. So here we go, a song done in a style of music from the mountains of Colombia called Cumbia. Everyone say Cumbia. Put your hands together. Vaya Colombia.
Cuando me vio tocar,
Se cayó la gota fría.
cuando me vio tocar,
Se cayó la gota fría.
al cabo en las compartidas,
El tiro le salió mal.
al cabo en las compartidas,
El tiro le salió mal. Colombia. Everyone say Colombia. Muchas gracias. All right. It's time now for us to peel off all the cold weather clothing from the mountainous region of Colombia, because we're going to move on to a place that's a little bit warmer. We're going to Panama. Everyone say Panama. Good. Let's take a look on the map. Now, right here is Panama. Capital city is Panama City. There are about 3 million people that live there. Now, they have a style of music that's played during a very special time of year. And that time of year is called Carnival time. And Carnival time is a 1-week period of time where nobody goes to work, and nobody goes to school, and it's just one big huge party. Everybody say, hooray! Now, during Carnival time, they have parades. But the parades there are not like the parades we have here. Here, when you go to watch a parade, maybe you bring your chair or a cooler, you get a sandwich, you watch the parade go by. That's it. When it's over, you pick up your stuff and you go home. In Panama, it's not like that. When the musicians come walking up and down the streets of your neighborhoods, the people come out of their houses with pots and pans and spoons and anything they can think of that will make noise. And when the musicians walk by, the people start following in behind them, singing and dancing and playing their pots and pans. And that lasts for 1 whole week. And the style of music that's normally being played, it's called murga. Everyone say murga. And all you have to do on this one is clap your hands. go ahead and take your seats again. Give your classmates a round of applause for getting up and participating. All right. Well, I know it's kind of hard to leave a place like Panama because it's so much fun, but we're going to go off to one last place where singing and dancing in the streets, it's not a once-a-year thing, it's an everyday thing. We're going to Puerto Rico. Everyone say Puerto Rico. Good, good. Now, they have a style of music in Puerto Rico, which, by the way, is a teeny tiny, you may not be able to see it, but it's right there. Now, they have a style of music that originated there that's one of the most famous in all of Latin America. It's called salsa. 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 Now, salsa, also named after a food, but it's a mix. It's a mix of rhythms and melodies, and it has lots and lots of instruments, none of which we're able to make it here today. Which means I'm going to need some help from some of you to come up and play some instruments on this last song. Now, there are a few rules. I can only choose you if you're seated on your bottom. Crisscross applesauce on your bottom. I'm only allowed to pick people that are seated. Also, if I choose you, I want you to come up and get an instrument from Mr. Renee and line up on this side of the room, okay? So let's get a few musicians. 1, 2, let's come over here. 3, you're seated beautifully, and 4, and 5. Let me come this way. 6, 7, 8. Go ahead. And let's see, I'm going to go 9. And all the way back in the corner right here. Come on, come on. Okay, now, for those of you that are still seated, salsa is not just a style of music. It is not just a food, it's also a dance, which means I'm going to need some dancers on this side. So go ahead and raise your hands. Same rules apply. I'll start in the back this time. This young lady won. That young lady in a black shirt. Black shirt, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, the little boy in the blue shirt. Okay, now, dancers and musicians. Everyone else listen up. In the middle of the song, we're going to do something that's called a musical break, which means, eyes up here, I'm going to ask all of you in the middle of the song to clap your hands. When you see me do this, you're going to freeze, okay? So everybody be watching for that in the middle of the song. There will be a lot going on, but I want you to watch me in the middle for this, and then you freeze, okay? Dancers, whatever position you're in, when you see this, you're going to freeze too, right? Okay, you're going to freeze. And musicians, you too, you'll freeze. Practice run with my musicians first. Musicians only. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and. Perfect. Make sure you smile and dance while you play, okay? All right. Dancers, practice run. Dancers only. 1, 2, ready, and. I bet you'll get really inspired when the music starts. Here we go. Salsa from Puerto Rico. Que venga. breath in. Let it out. Now it's time for you to listen. Because first and foremost, I want to thank you all for being such a wonderful audience. We appreciate you being such good listeners and participating. And now it's time to listen to your teachers because they're going to tell you where it is that you're going to go next and how it is that you're going to get there. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Adios.